Hello everybody, I'm your host, Exhibit A, here to wish you a very happy Menhera Monday. I hope we're all starting off the week nice and good. We got a big week ahead of us. I'm sure, we've got lots of bricks to carry, lots of ducks to catch, lots of birds to throw stones at. It's a tough life, what can I say? So, yeah, I hope we can all do some cool stuff. Yes, it is starting salad. Hello. Alright. Hello, Zana-chan. Hello, Mr. Princess Venus. What? You're a princess now? What the hell happened? What? Did you transition? No way. Hello, Helena. Hello, Graham. Hello, Salad. Hello, Spider Guy. And hello, Unknown. Did I say hello, Toy? I did, right? I don't know if I did, but just in case I didn't, hello, Toy. I have a bad memory. It happened like a whole 5 seconds ago. I'm not very, I forget things after that amount of time usually sometimes. He said, I'm so sick right now, I'm a dying Victorian child, and this is the last thing I see before I reach the afterlife. Oh, well, I'm glad that you're here before it's all over. This is the best thing you can do before you die. How lucky that you're here. Guys can be princesses too. I suppose. Yeah, you know what? Anyone can be a princess if you try hard enough. I didn't forget. Okay. Hello, Bubbly Shay. Welcome to the stream, and hello, Daniel. I didn't say hello to you. I forgot that you weren't here at the start. All right. Yeah. So it's time for us to begin. We're gonna be doing some cool stuff. That's right, some cool stuff, because this week's question is, what's something you would die for? Now, most of us are afraid to die. Some of us are kind of eager to die. Maybe a lot of us, but we're going to put that aside for now. A lot of us are afraid to die. But despite the fact that we're afraid of dying, some things are so important to us that we would give our life for them. So, I'm just wondering, what's that for you guys? Do you have something that you would give your life to protect? Or a cause you would lay down your life to see the success of? Is there something you believe in strongly enough that you would be a martyr? Well, let's find out. We're going to go over these things. I'm sure we're going to get lots of varied answers. So, I'm dying right now. Ah, yes. I guess you would die for Menhera Monday, wouldn't you, Salad? Because you're dying right now and you're watching Menhera Monday. Doesn't have to be today, but can we do Brain Rot Surfers sometime? Or Harm Farm? You like the Brain Rot Subway Surfers that much? I think Toy would give her life for another Brain Rot Subway Surfers. Even Graham, even though he hates me. Yeah, damn. Okay, well. I'm gonna wait for the music to... I'm gonna get this other music prepared. And then play it once this one runs out. Harm Farm. Hello, Peachy! Glad you could make it to the stream. Welcome, welcome. We are here today. This, Menhera Monday is kind of like church, It's like, how Christians need, church every week to, keep themselves spiritually healthy. And to make sure that they're, keeping their faith alive and stuff. That's what this is for you guys. Every time you watch Menhera Monday, it strengthens your faith and your belief in Exhibit A. And it helps you in all aspects of life, because guess what? I know everything, and I'm always here to impart my wisdom onto you. And if you get... It's like sermons. It's like when the priest is, saying stuff giving you the wisdom, and it's like, this is what I'm doing. You follow me, you will succeed at everything. We're going to do this, guys. We're going to do everything. We're going to do everyone. And we're going to be super cool and successful. Because we can make it. We can succeed. I believe in all of you. And I believe in me. We're all going to make it together. That's what this is about. This is I'm changing the world, one stream at a time. We're all going to fucking fuck on all the people or something. Yeah, alright. It's time to start. Let's, okay. Put on new music. I think that's too quiet. Turning that up. Okay, guys, tell me if that's too loud. Or if it's... Yeah, tell me if it's too loud. Or if it's, like, way too quiet, you can tell me. But if it's, like, a little bit quiet, that's also fine. Wait, this is church and his dad? The father priest, holy shit. Yes, true. Exhibit is our dad. Yes, I am. I am all of your daddy. I mean, dads. Dads. I'm all your dads. I'm certainly on my knees weekly. Oh, I know, Peachy. I know. You're on your knees an awful lot. You're very devoted. What can I say? You're very, yeah. You're definitely very, very faithful. And I appreciate that a lot. And you know, you're a shining example as to how faithful everyone else should be. So, I think the rest of you need to be getting on your knees too, to be honest. You know, we need to be we need to see more faith here, guys. Alright? Don't shove me into this mistake. I won't force you. I'm not forcing anyone. Alright? It's a choice how devoted you are. It's a choice. You choose how devoted you are to this cause. But there is a correct choice. There is a correct choice. And it's to get on your knees. Okay. Should I call you Exhibit Dada? No, not Exhibit Dada. Please, no. That sounds terrible. Sounds like you're a baby. No. Dad, can I borrow 20 bucks? No, but you can give 20 bucks, because, like, once I open donations, it's also going to be like church as well, because it's going to be like, I take your money, and then I use that for good causes. Like buying energy drinks and snacks, and, like, buying hentai games on Steam. You know, priest stuff. Dada, me want ice cream, wow wow. No. No ice cream, only starvation. Only working in coal mines. I probably missed so many messages, to be honest. Yes, you are so devoted, Peachy. Hello, Sarah, welcome. Sometimes I forget to say hi to people when they come in. I'm sorry if I ever forget to say hi to someone when they come in, like, later. You're already the dad in the server, by the way? I am, yes. I'm the dad. Peachy's the mom / sister. Someone even called her my daughter once, so I guess she's my wife, sister, daughter. Because that makes sense, and is cool, and fine, and legal. From man to man, I respect your choices, but I refuse. That is fine, Graham. That is fine. Totally fine. Consent is very important. I'm not making anyone do freaky things. However, I will show special, what should I say, favoritism and special treatment towards those who choose to be extra devoted. You know, what can I say? What can I say? You know, I'm just you know, I'm doing a pretty. This was supposed to be a joke, but, like, I'm unironically just acting like a priest right now, to be fair. Like, this is pretty lore-accurate priest behavior from me right now. Didn't know you're from Alabama. I think you guys knew that. I've known that for a while. Okay, unknown, chill. He's fucking crying. It's cute, somewhat. Emphasis on somewhat. We're very devoted to you, Papa Exhibit. Thank you. Alright. We're going to finally start reading through these. I'm delaying too much. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to the Lord, Exhibit A. Yes, true. Have you seen the latest season of Black Mirror? I've not watched Black Mirror, but I'd like to, because I've seen all sorts of, like, clips off of, like, fucking YouTube shorts, and it always looks really interesting. Alright, I'm gonna start reading the responses. Remember, it's not too late to add your response, and the more the merrier, so please do. Alright, what's something you would die for? I would die for a piece of that ass! Wink wonk, wink wonk, wink wonk. Written by Peachy the Hungry. Oh, goodness me. Well, I've got some good news for you, Peachy, alright? You don't need to die for that. You don't need to die for that. I'd be giving this out willingly and freely, because I'm, what's the word? Guys, what's the word? A slut. Yeah, alright. I'm excited for the first chance because it's my, it's your... You were right in the door for that one. All praise thy exhibitist Christ, yes. I am pretty similar to Jesus if you think about it. That's crazy, because you said something a few streams back that was pretty much a quote from an episode in the latest season. Thought it was a reference. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just, like... Maybe I'm accidentally quoting Black Mirror because I'm, like, a genius. And, like, Black Mirror is, like, well-written. And so, like, I'm accidentally coming up with, like, the same cool ideas. It does happen sometimes. Actually, just to be unironic for a moment, I have, on a couple of occasions, accidentally come up with, like, plots that have actually just been done before. Like, when I was younger. And so, like, I was like, ah, fuck, I thought I came up with this, but, like, it exists. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm still cool, because if that didn't exist, then I would have been the first to think of it. Exhibit is the Black Mirror. Yes, it's true. I am Black Mirror. That's true. Exhibit cake over any other cake. True, true, true. Exhibit is Black. See, No, I'm... That means you're unoriginal. No! I came up with it myself still. I wasn't being unoriginal, I still came up with it myself. Exhibit came up with the plot to 2 Girls, 1 Cup before it even happened. What? What? No! I haven't even watched that, to be honest. I don't even I don't... When people talk about how, like, disgusting and weird it is, like, I don't even, like, get it. Technically. Oh fuck, I need to reset my mic, I think. One sec. I accidentally turned the volume down. Okay, I turned it back up. Let me know if this is like too loud or something. Or too... No, sorry, too quiet. Because I have it a bit lower than before, because I think it was a bit loud before, to be honest. Exhibit is in the worldwide Latina belt and Chinese, and has a white boy anime avatar. We love a diverse king. Yes, so true. Exhibit is so original because he came up with Latinxes. That's true, that's true. I actually invented Latinxes. I invented them. So, like, yeah, I do that. Exhibit, don't watch it. I'll give you a synopsis if you want, but you're better off oblivious. I probably don't want to, because I've heard of kind of what it happens in it. Something with, like, to do with throwing up or something. I don't like seeing that. I don't want to. Yeah. Oh my god, diversity. Yes! Diversity! We're so diverse, guys. Alright, next one. Something you would die for. My loved ones. Touch them, and you die! Joking aside, I mean it. I would do anything for those I love, and that includes the ones I met through Exhibit 2. Toy, Unknown, Kit Kat, Peachy, I'm looking at you. Love you guys. Let me know if I need to go full yandere protection. Written by Panda Shay. Yeah, I have a feeling that a lot of people are probably going to write this, because it kind of is, like, the intuitive option. But yeah, I think loved ones are something, they're probably the closest thing for most people to, like, what they would die for. Because, I mean, it's a big part of the human experience to care about people. And oftentimes we care about them so much that we would even be willing to die for them. Because that's just how much we care. And it's interesting because it sort of goes against our instincts in some ways. It's like our instinct is to just do whatever it takes to survive. But then there's something sort of beautiful about how our love for other people kind of overrides that. You know? And I think that's really important. I think that having something or someone that you care about so deeply that you'd be willing to die for it is sort of... It's a really good thing. It's not a good thing for you to die, it's good for you to have something in your life that means that much to you. And hopefully it never comes to that, hopefully you never do need to die for it. But having that thing in your life is really... It's something that makes your life so much more meaningful. Because there's those of us who simply live day to day, just for pleasure, just for what feels good. You know? And we just sort of live for ourselves, and it's completely, like, just selfishly. And there's advantages to that, in some ways, you know? When other people hurt, you don't hurt. When other people have problems, it doesn't bother you, and you don't need to concern yourself with it, and you don't need to go out of your way to make their lives better at your expense. You don't need to put in the work, you can just focus on yourself and make yourself feel as good as possible. But there's a disadvantage to that too, which is that you are living a life that's going to feel way less meaningful. And your life, while you're feeling good, while you're experiencing pleasure, while you're doing all these nice things, it'll feel good while you're doing those things. But what happens whenever your life gets bad? What happens whenever you get depressed? What happens whenever the good feels stop? Well, everything fucking sucks, because you've got nothing left. If pleasure is the only thing that matters in your life, and then your pleasure goes away, then you have nothing. And now well, I mean, everything feels worse. It feels worse than it would have if you were, you know, you're even more depressed, you're even more sad. And at that point, you might think, you know, what's the point? Why not just end it all? But that's why you need more than just pleasure, more than just serving yourself in these little things. That's why you need things that are so important to you that they're actually more important to you than even your own life. Because when you have that, what happens whenever your life gets bad? What happens whenever the pleasure stops? What happens whenever everything sucks? Well, you still have something left. Because, yeah, you're not experiencing pleasure, you're not happy, you're not experiencing good things, but you've got something else that matters to you more than just your own life. You've got something else that matters to you more than just what feels good in the moment. And so that keeps you going. Even if things feel bad, now they feel less bad because you know what you're holding out for. And so, to anyone who's like thinking, why should I bother with other people? Why should I bother caring for others? Why should I bother fighting for something outside of myself? For something greater? Why should I work towards something greater? A greater cause, a greater good? That's why. It's because if you really do want to just live for yourself, you know, try that. See how well it goes for you. It'll go well until things aren't going well for you, and then you'll realize you need something more than that. That's why it's important to have something that you would die for. Not because dying is a good thing, but because the only people who truly live are those who are willing to give up their life. And that's what I have to say about that. Alright. I'm gonna catch up on chat. Exhibit reading of that made it so much better. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah. True exhibit character growth. Yeah, maybe that goes against some of the stuff I've said previous weeks. I don't know. It's like... Yeah. Yeah, everybody's happy about Shay saying that. That's very wholesome. Mm-hmm. My instinct isn't like that. I believe in multiple lifetimes, though. I'm not willing to prove it. I would like to see proof of that someday. That would be cool. Because I'm the kind of person who can't really believe in things without having, like, some kind of evidence for it. I'm laughing so much right now. Like, out of joy? Or did something funny happen? I'm assuming out of joy from the other messages. Yo. Yo, is John one of your friends, Toy? I still have my ideals. Yeah, I mean, that counts too. That's like something outside of yourself that you would like fight for, you know? Exhibit is in his caring era. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just a creature. Would it be alright making a third one? I made 2 last night. You can make it as many as you want, actually. There's no limit. Because, like, I don't... It'd be one thing if I had, like, a whole bunch of, like, people doing stuff, but, like, right now I'm a smaller creator, so it's not going to be a big deal if everyone sends multiple. Because if anything, you know, more is good. You'll ever try doing a new hairstyle? Like a way of trying to dry your hair and it just looks dumb as hell? I feel like there's been plenty of times my hair looks dumb as hell. I don't know. Just grow my hair Pentecostal long. What does that mean? Pentecostal long? I thought Pentecost was like a religious thing. Alright, yeah. Bro, your hair always looks the same, anime boy. Okay, well, I mean, listen. You don't know if it looked different before I started streaming, okay? I've had other hairstyles. I just wear it like this now because I like it this way. And it looks good this way, you can't deny. It's a religion thing, they never cut hair. Oh, okay, that's what you meant. Oh, like Samson. Like the story of Samson, he wasn't allowed to cut his hair because he was I forget the word. It wasn't Pentecostal, there was a different word that they used for Samson. I tried like a sleep in waves hairstyle and took it out just now. Tell me why it's either hella curly in some places, or it looks like I took a flat iron to the others. Sometimes hair just has a will of its own, right? It's like a separate species. It's like sentient, you know? And sometimes it just intentionally tries to look as bad as possible to other people. Because that's how it gets its kicks, you know? It's funny. It laughs. It finds it really funny when it does that. And whenever other people are like, oh, wow, look at that person's hair. It looks, what is wrong with their hair? It's like, it laughs. It's like, and, you know, that's why we have hairspray. Hairspray actually, it kind of makes, it's like it knocks your hair unconscious so that it can't do stuff like that to you anymore. So it stops it from being sentient for a little while. Yeah, because that was his pact with God, he couldn't do other stuff either. Yeah, see, that's the thing with Samson. But then, you know, he was like infinitely strong because of his pact with God, because he's following all these rules. But then his freaking wife or girlfriend or whoever she was betrayed him by cutting his hair. And so the pact was broken, and then they could finally defeat him. And they all freaking tried to kill him. But then yeah. I want to get going since I have school and want to enjoy my hobbies. Hope I can talk more if I can remember myself too. Hope you guys have fun. Alright, see ya, Shay. It's been nice seeing ya. Hope you have a good time. Best of luck to you. Hair to be a hater. Yeah. It is. Next one. Oh my god. Something you would die for. Cock. Why? Because forget what I said about it being illegal. I would die for it instead. Like, who wouldn't die for some cock? Written by Zana. Well, what do you guys think? Would you die for cock? Would you die for some cock? Is that something... Is this universal? I don't know. Cock, ooh, okay, wait. I need to change the chat, make sure I don't miss anything. I should just shave my head to teach my hair not to fuck with me. Yeah, you could do that. That is the solution, right? It's like, your hair can't look bad if you just don't have any. Plus, you can just wear wigs then. You could wear like a... I die for good dick, you know what? Valid. Guess what? I got news for you. You don't have to die for that. Yeah. I'm so suave. I mean, not just to get some... Would I sacrifice myself to save cock? Yes. To save cock? What does that mean? Like, guy's about to get his dick cut off and you die to save it? It's the best thing in the world? Maybe. Yeah, I mean... Graham just saying no. No. Everyone else being like, yeah, I died for some dick, and Graham's like, no. I die for some Fuda 2B cock. Real. Okay, maybe I'd die for that one. I'm gonna be real. Maybe, you know. You know, it's like... It does matter who has it, right? It's like, it's not just about the cock, it's about who owns it, right? It's about the one who had, you know, the one it belongs to. And in the case of 2B, it's like I can think of very few people who are better than that, you know. Sorry, Spider, you can have... Did you mean Reiner? You're really giving Reiner to Spider Guy? What? I'm surprised to hear you saying that. I thought Reiner was like your number one. What the frick? I don't want that ugly ass bitch Reiner. What? You're insulting Reiner now? Oh my god, this is gonna be a war. Can't even spell Reiner's name right. SMH Salad. You don't deserve him. Yo. Everyone's coming at Salad now. Everyone's coming all over Salad all of a sudden, man. What are you guys doing? Sheesh. Alright, yeah. Poor Salad. Yeah, poor Salad. Alright, next one. Something you would die for. My stupid ass friends. Only I'm allowed to bully them, and I would absolutely die to protect them, even if they get on my nerves sometimes. They're absolutely everything to me. Maybe don't read this bit out loud unless you want to, but you're included in this in case you ever doubt it. Written by Misty. Thank you, Misty. That is so sweet. Thank you. Yeah, I saw this one last night because I was checking through like the first few. So I don't think she's watching right now, but you know, if you see this in the VOD, I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. But yeah, I think a lot of you are familiar with Misty if you've been in the Discord server. Yeah. Cockying me while I'm sick and dying. Yeah, what the frick? It's messed up, guys. Love a group goon sesh to 2B and Reiner. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. Go Misty, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the goat. Can everyone stop coming on me? No. They're gonna keep doing it. We're gonna keep going. Alright. We have a 9S goon sesh. Oh yeah, you're the hugest 9S simp, Peachy. I got a better idea. I can dress up as 9S, and then everyone can just goon to me, you know? And then that's like advanced gooning, right? It's like wow, it's like immersive gooning. Because it's not me you're gooning to, right? You're gooning to 9S, right? I'm not part of this, right? It's like, and if you're a guy gooning to me, it's also not gay, because it's not me you're gooning to. It's fictional characters. It's not real. So like it's not like, you know. So like it's totally normal. Listen, I know I don't shut up about 9S, but Graham seems so unimpressed. Immersive gooning, yeah. No, but like unironically, I think it would be cool to cosplay like 9S because he seems like a good. I wanna do cosplays of like characters that are like considered like hot, and so 9S is good for that. Because I could try to think of like, oh, what characters are like hot that I know of. And like, I'm mainly looking at games and anime and shit with like hot girls, so it's like. But 9S is a good candidate if I want to have like a hot guy to sort of cosplay. Cause I wanna walk into the freaking convention and like people are looking at me like, oh damn, he looks hot. You know, I want people to be like asking to take pictures with me, being like, oh wow, whew. You know, like I want that kind of reaction from people, you know? I want to be, you know, I want to be sought after. Except dressed like a hot woman, that is also another way to be sought after. It works surprisingly well. Leon Kennedy cosplay? When? That would also be a great idea. That's another character that people thirst over. If I want people to thirst over me, these are the ideas. So you can cosplay Ada. I guess so, yeah. Satoru Gojo is so freaking hot, I'd love you. Yeah, Gojo. Gojo's very much well liked. Yeah, I've never cosplayed before, so I don't know how good I look in it, but if it turns out I do look good in them, then hell yeah, I'm gonna be. I'd maybe start. I wouldn't be able to show you guys face or anything, but I'd maybe start posting like neck down cosplays of me on like Twitter or just on the Discord and stuff. And I think that could be really fun if I could get into that. Or you can be Leon, I guess. Please cosplay this underground VTuber. Her name is Peachy Angelic. Yeah, I could cosplay Peachy Angelic. Cosplay Ashley Graves. I guess, yeah. Like the Lifezone cosplay made me so fucking happy. That would, yeah. I mean, I would also feel really honored if someone cosplayed me, but I think there's not necessarily a lot of like super identifiable features on my VTuber avatar, because this one's like, you know, like I'm just wearing normal clothes and I have like normal hair. So I think they just look like an ordinary like anime boy if they did that. But I'd be honored if I knew they were trying to model it after me. If you do Gojo, I'd thirst over you. Yeah, I would. I mean, that'll be one of the characters I'd have in mind at least. Cause yeah, he's a normie. I'm not. Listen. I'm just trying to appeal, okay? I'm just trying to appeal. I need to amass simps. I wanna walk into a convention and have everyone be swooning. Okay, Spider, idea. Anime convention in October, you cosplay Peachy and I cosplay Exhibit, but we make it super accurate and chop off our legs at the thighs. That would make it accurate. Yeah, then we'd know it's... Then we definitely know that you're trying to be us, because that's like the most iconic part of our appearances. To be in Gojo, I'm trying to make it happen in Moxie Mude. Yeah. Good luck with that. Then everyone's gonna flock to us and be like, oh my god, it's Exhibit A and Peachy Angelic, and throw money at us. Yeah. It'll be great. Yeah, because, and then, yeah, everyone's gonna be, because we're definitely super recognizable. I have legs? Oh, wait, you do? Yeah, I forgot. I was just assuming that Salad was right, because Salad was... I was just assuming that Salad is right, because I usually do that. Have y'all never seen the thigh squish in my model? Well... Peachy, I think we could use a little memory refresher, Peachy. I think we could use a little memory refresher. You know, I think maybe you should show us again. I think you should maybe show a close-up of your thighs. Squeezing your nice, soft, milky thighs. I think that would be, just refresh our memory. Just, I'm a visual learner. I'm also like a, what do you call it? I'm also a touch learner. So if you want, you can let me like touch your thighs and stuff, and that will also help me remember that you have thighs. Yeah, that's a good way to make me remember that you have thighs, is by letting me touch them. That's a good thing to do. It'll cost you 50 doubloons. What do you mean 22-year-old man, by the way? Why are you saying that as if there's like a correct... What's the correct age to be acting this way, exactly? Like, what's your point? It'll cost you 50 doubloons? I'll give you 50 doubloons. I don't know how you earned those. I don't know. Heartwarming. Ella Tinks making a taco. Peach, is not fair if you'd have legs, you're already too perfect. Yeah, it's not fair. She has legs and I don't. What the heck? Lost my tricuspid valve in the Robot Wars when my twin lost his mouth. I think that's his mouth. So you're hands-on learner based. Yeah, I am. There's no correct age? Why did you say I'm 20? Why is my age relevant then? Should unironically cosplay these two. I'll buy your lunch that day. We can go to that pizza arcade again. I mean, if you actually do, that'd be awesome. And you can definitely feel free to, like, send a picture. And if you're not comfortable showing the face, you can just, like blur it out or something, but I'd definitely love to see that. That'd be great. I've got something Exy can learn with his hands on. Oh? What are you suggesting, Daniel? I wonder. Sorry guys, the jig is up. I actually took Exhibit's legs so he couldn't escape my basement. Yeah, you exposed it. You went ahead and told him. Yeah. Already feel old despite being an early adult. It's I mean, yeah, I mean, we're all hags, to be honest. Come here and you'll find out. Oh, I see how it is. I see how it is. I'm gonna be like a really buff exhibit cosplayer because I'm totally buff, yeah. Well, I look forward to seeing those roaring muscles then, Salad. I'll be holding you to that. Now that I'm expecting you to be totally buff, I will be expecting to see big muscles in the picture that you send. I will remember this. I will hold you to this. Yeah, Salad has an 8-pack. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. I mean, Salad exhibit is totally buff as fuck. Yeah, I'm super buff. You can't see it underneath my shirt here. Oh, I'm not gonna pull up my shirt. This might, I don't know, might get me in trouble. You might see Twitch TOS here again. I don't want that. But yeah, I've got roaring abs. Got these huge arms. I can punch through a brick wall. I can fist so hard, guys. You have no idea. You guys have no idea. You do not want me to show you how well I can fist. Lost my muscles. I haven't gone to the gym in months. It's okay. I haven't been to the gym in ages. I used to go to the gym a little bit, but I stopped. Because I'd be lazy. I'd be lazy. It happens. Shut up, Salad. Join the 20s club soon. Yeah, exactly. Oh, exhibit. I want to know. Trust. Oh. Well, maybe you'll know sooner than you think. Hmm. Check your DMs. I've got something you can touch. Really now? Really now? I wonder what that might be. Wonder what that might be. The only thing driving me is to see how messed up humanity can become. That's the thing driving you to, like, keep watching, you mean? Keep watching this? Will they call you a sister fister for a reason, Exhibit A? Yeah. So, who wants to get adopted by my parents? I'm sure you can build muscle through fisting. Yeah, probably. I mean, that'd be a lot of fisting. That'd be a lot of fisting. That'd be a lot. All right, let's check the next one. We've been on this one for a little while. Something you would die for: to stay in the house of the creator that Winnie the Pooh lived in. It costs thousands of pounds. I would die to be able to stay there and have the full experience of visiting the 100-acre woods along with the Pooh Corner Cafe. Written by Zana. Yeah, I guess you're like a really hardcore Winnie the Pooh fan. If you'd literally die to be able to live there. But yeah, I guess it must be a nice place. I've never looked at it, but I'm guessing it's a really lovely place. If that's how you feel about it. Me, I'd be a great brother. Trust. All right, unknown. We got one. We got a brother. Got a brother. My just so you know, my house has a lot of washing machines. A lot of washing, and they have this problem where you get stuck in them. Gonna not be active in chat for a little bit. Gonna listen to Exhibit while doing my dishes. All right, good luck, Peachy. Good luck. I hope those dishes do not eat you. That's always something I'm really afraid of whenever I do the dishes. It's like reading a book you hate, but at this point you're already too close to finishing. Are you? You're close to finishing, Graham. I hope I'll help you finish. I'm making Graham want to kill himself even more now, I bet. Yeah, I mean, I'll take it, you know? Even if I'm being hate-watched. That's an extra view. I'm always gonna take it. I'm always gonna take it. I need the views. I need the views. Someday that's gonna translate to big moolah whenever I'm like a celebrity or something. I'm gonna be inactive. I've got a I almost said a slur. You're gonna or it's good that you censored it. I don't want people to get triggered. People who are sensitive to that, who don't like to take those. Some people don't like to like wash themselves, so we want to like not, you know, trigger those people. Yeah. I already think that on a daily basis, but I'm curious. Yeah, fair enough. I'm the hardest core fan of Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, it definitely seems like it. Maybe I should look at the Winnie the Pooh creator house. Yeah, it looks nice. That does look pretty. But I can't help but notice that they specifically chose to take this on like the one day of the year that it does not look like dull as hell in the UK and that the sky is not horrible and grey. Like they conveniently waited for the one time a year that they can, because these pictures are all really sunny and pretty and stuff, and I'm like, bro, this is not how the UK normally looks. Like this is like a clean blue sky, and it's like, nah. Real life UK, nah. But I'm sure the house itself and the surrounding area is nice, even if it doesn't always have that kind of sky. It does look pretty. Yeah. Actually, maybe I should show you guys. I think I should make a habit of, like, actually just, you know... It's just that it takes a while to find. Wait, where is it? No, that was a brain rot. Okay, here we go. It's like, I wish there wasn't so many steps. Yeah, here we go. Winnie the Pooh Creator House. I'm assuming this is the one that you're talking about. Right here. But yeah, this is like... Good luck getting the weather to look like this in the UK, though. This is like... Oh. The family tree is a little more fucked up now. I'm Exhibit A's VTuber brother now. Oh no, Exhibit A's brother now. And brother and son. It's normal trust. Yes, it is. It is. You're my brother's son. That's how it works. The United Kingdom has an average of approximately 1.350 hours of sunshine annually. Or no, 1,350 hours of sunshine annually. I think. That's about 17% of all time. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's the one, and the Pooh Corner Cafe seems amazing as well. Yes. Pooh Corner Cafe. Is this it? No, that's probably inside of the house. Pooh Corner Cafe. Ooh, this is cozy. Yeah, this looks very good, nice vibes. I think this would be a very nice, yeah. Yo, you've got the Winnie the Pooh teacup. Yo. Look at this. Yeah. Very cozy. It'd be very good vibes. It'd just be... You feel a little bit like you're living in a fantasy, you know? But bro, my only concern is what the fuck did they do to Winnie the Pooh? They freaking took off his head and made him into a teapot. He looks happy though. Maybe I guess he doesn't mind it, but like... Bro, is he ever going back to normal? I'd feel pretty uncomfortable if I was made into like a teapot and they like poured tea out of my head. But I don't know, teach their own. I guess Winnie the Pooh is just a really whimsical fella, so he doesn't mind. Food, yeah. Alright. Yeah, going back to the... Let's look at the next one. Next one. Where is it at? Here we go. Something you would die for? My friends and family. That's it. Written by Riku. Yeah, fair enough. That is a reoccurring theme here. This one's a little less specific, more broad, but that's okay. That's just... something a lot of us have in common, I suppose. But I think that's the thing, right? I think that's the mark of, like, a truly messed up person. You know? It's like... there's a lot of people out there who are, like, really bad, really evil, really twisted. But then they still care about their loved ones. They'll still care for their own family. And, you know, the people who matter to them, they still look out for them. And so I think the mark of a truly fucked up person is someone who is so messed up that they'll betray even those that do matter to them. You know, those are the people you can't trust. You know, that's what you gotta look out for. Because if they're gonna betray someone who's close to them, then what can you trust them with? That's someone who has no values at all. At least not Sonic Toilet. What are you talking about, Graham? Sonic Toilet? Oh, right. Wait. Is it that? Shall we look at that? Sonic Toilet? Which one of these is the Sonic Toilet? Is it... no. I'm not seeing exactly what you're talking about. I was expecting something like really cursed. This is like pretty not that weird. Man. What is this? Well... He'd be like, they're gonna put so much honey in me. I mean, he does want lots of honey in him. That's his whole thing. To quote the ticket guy, I don't trust anyone of my passengers. Is it all you hear on the desktop? Can you show us all your bank details, please and thank you? Yeah, sure. Just give me a moment. Let's see. Actually, this isn't the desktop. This is... Sorry, I'm not on the desktop. This is just on the Opera GX window. So I can't show you my bank details, unfortunately. I really wanted to, though. There's something I would hate is worse than being a gynecologist. You mean Sonic Toilet? Alright. Next one. Something you would die for. I die protecting my friends and family. I know it may seem like a fantasy thing, but my character would protect her, friends, family, the world from any evil. That's something that I do too. Written by Tess Tsukiyomi. Yes, again. There's probably nothing I can really add to that. It is I mean, it seems to say it's a fantasy thing. There's a reason why it's so frequent in fantasy, though. It's because it's like a lot of us have that inner desire to like. There's a part of us that kind of wants to like fight to the death for the people we care about, you know. You know, there's those memes of like, oh, the two fantasies men have, and it's like, yeah, we hold the line, brothers, and that's like them fighting to the death, and then the other one is like them being head patted by like a cute girl or something. And it's like, I mean, that's true, and I think it's kind of true even for like people who aren't men as well. So, like, you know, I think it's a fantasy because it's something we all kind of like have that inner desire to fight for something greater than ourselves. It feels meaningful. It feels important. It feels like it's part of our purpose to protect those that we care about. You know, that's why it's in fantasy. Because there's an inner part of us that wants to live out that fantasy. A lot of us want to protect those that we love, but we suck. Yeah. Yeah, basically. Yes, I was going to send him $500, but I guess he can't show us. Oh, damn. Well, maybe I should show you guys then. $500 would be nice. Damn. Next one. Something you would die for, friends and family, written by Pop-Tart Usually Memes Snake. Pop-Tart Usually Memes Snake. Okay. Yeah, friends and family, same spiel. I'll just move on. Something you would die for. There's so many, so here's a list. 1. My family, especially everyone. 2. Everyone out of the cool kids group, and I mean everyone, aka my digital friends. 3. My RL friends, most of them. 4. My girlfriend, if I would have one, crying emoji. 5. The one girl that is standing in front of a near-coming truck-kun, so that I can get isekai'd. Yeah, fair. I see. Interesting answers. Yeah, so I noticed that all of your digital friends you would die for, but not all of your real-life friends. So I'm guessing some of your real-life friends are like kind of like shallow friends, people you're not super-duper close with, or maybe you don't necessarily approve of everything they do, which is fair enough, because I've had a lot of times in my life when I've felt that way, when I felt a lot closer with my online friends than real-life friends, because in real life it's like very circumstantial, right? You don't have much control over who you're around. A lot of it's people from work, people from school. It's people that you're around them because you have to be, and so it's like you're limited in the friends you can make in real life. Then online, it's like you can go anywhere, and you don't really have to spend time with anyone. And then you also, you know, it's in real life you have the issue that, you know, you can't be as selective. You have, you know, you got, you know, then in online you can just keep looking until you find your crowd, and then you don't really have to settle. And so those people will be a lot more important to you. No, this one was written by Utopia. Maybe I didn't say their name. I don't know if I did. It's Utopia. I'd also die for the ones I love, but I just wrote other answers so we wouldn't have more of the same. Fair enough. That is a good consideration. Maybe you can give us a Litecoin address. I'm afraid I don't even know what Litecoin is. Don't be shy, Exhibit, show us. You want to see my bank information? You want to see it? But I'm embarrassed. Don't look at it. Oh, I guess I can show you. Alright, anyway. What is the next one? Something you would die for. My little brother Utopia. Written by Volgon1337. This one was right after Utopia's one too, so I guess they did it together. Litecoin is like Bitcoin, but it's a faster network and the fees are much lower. I see. Alright, next one. Something you would die for. GF. And there's no name written. Fair enough, though. Fair enough. I feel like that is... You mean you would die to get a GF, or you would die for your current GF? I don't know. No context here. Next one. I would die if it would save someone else, or perhaps if it stood for something. Honestly, it would be an honor, much better than dying for nothing. Saving someone, knocking them out of the way of a truck, or taking a bullet on their behalf. I can only hope that's how I go out. At the very least, I don't want to die doing something dumb like hand gliding or on a roller coaster. My last thought in that situation would be, I knew it. That's what I'm trying to avoid more than anything. Written by Toybox. Yeah, so I noticed here you said you would die to save someone else. You didn't even specify it being like someone important to you or like a family member or a friend. You just said you would die for someone else, so you do it even for like a stranger. I think that's very virtuous and very sweet. I wouldn't do that though. I'm not that kind of person. Like I want to stay alive. So yeah, I guess I'm not the heroic type. And I used to wish that I was. You know, but like I don't necessarily put other people's lives above mine. You know, if they're a stranger, you know. And that's the thing, you know, maybe we should care a bit more about strangers and whatnot. I think the world would probably be better if we did. Because, I mean, that's where a lot of bad things come from. It's like, it's easy to care about someone important to you. It's hard to care for a stranger. And a lot of bad things come because we don't care about strangers, you know? We'll do things, we'll sacrifice ourselves for our families, but we won't really care if people on the other side of the world are like dying in a war or dying of starvation or something. Maybe if we did care more, if the whole world cared, then we'd be able to solve those problems, but, you know. Then even if you do care, there's very little you can do just on your own. So, it would be nice if we all collectively cared more, but that's probably not going to happen because we can't change all of humanity at once. We can only just have our own individual attitudes. It's good to do something if you feel the desire to, and, you know, if you are someone who cares, it's good to act on that. But it's hard to force yourself to, because I don't think you're a bad person for, like, not caring about strangers, because, like, it's hard to force that. You know, we're busy enough with our own lives, and we're not necessarily built, you know, our instincts don't, and our nature isn't really to care for strangers. And, you know, not to say that something being natural justifies it. It's more just that it's difficult to break that nature. And it's a big expectation to, like, say to someone, hey, you should give up everything that you love and care about for someone that you don't even know. That's a big ask to ask of anyone. You know, but it'd be nice if everyone cared a bit more. But it would have to be everyone at once, otherwise it wouldn't do much. Because one person caring a lot... I mean, it matters. Yeah. I guess... Even if you're not sacrificing everything you know and care about, it'd probably be better if more people, like, gave to charity. You know, that would be a good thing to do. More people, like, did little things. Not necessarily giving up your whole life. Not necessarily sacrificing yourself. But, like, just giving something, rather than nothing. There's probably a lot of people who never give to charity, or never do any of that. Or there's people who, like, only give, like, a tiny bit, and it's like... The world would be a better place if more people even just gave, like, a small percentage of their money. That would probably make things better. Probably. But in the end, you know, it's hard to change human nature. All you can really do is... All you can really control is what you do. You can't really control what other people do. And so you should try to make a difference for the people that you can affect. And you won't change the world, but you might change someone's world. And that might be worth fighting for. Maybe selfish, but I tend to avoid even creating connections with a stranger. Might be hard to make new friends then, because everyone starts out as a stranger. As someone once said, strangers are just friends you haven't met yet. Or, yeah. If it wasn't someone I know and care about, there's a limit to how much I'd sacrifice to save a person. Yeah. That was something that annoyed me a bit when Notre Dame burned and everyone was all lamenty, but I was like, oh yeah, I didn't see you giving a shit when 400 or 4,000, I don't know, 4 bajillion kids got brain damage from malaria. That is another thing, you know, like, yeah, like, it is... The things that we do care about, our priorities are kind of, like, weird, aren't they? Because all the time there's people, like, dying of horrible diseases and starvation and whatever in the world. And, like, no one ever steps in for that. But then, like, a building will burn down and everyone will be like, oh, we need to raise money to, like, save this building. We need to raise oh, we need to, like, you know? And it's like, if people have had that same amount of care for, like, actual people and their suffering and their circumstances, that would actually, the world would be a lot better. But, you know, we have priorities that are kind of not aligned with what's actually good for people. It's because we actually don't value human life as much as we should, because we just sort of, yeah, we care more about aesthetics and art and sort of nice things than like people like dying and stuff, which kind of makes sense. Like, I don't think people are evil for that necessarily, but then also it's like, it would be good if people also, it's not bad to care about art. I think that's great. I think art is very important. But I think people should also care about other things at the same time. Not to take away from anything, but just like an additional thing. It was scary. I haven't showered in 19 years. Well, damn. That must have been spooky. I'm sorry I had to deal with that, Salad. I could never do that. I could never... Ugh. Could never brave that. You're braver than the rest of us, Salad. Braver than the rest of us. So a lot about awareness too. I don't think a lot of people know how bad malaria actually is. That is the other thing, right? It's like a lot of the reason why people don't care, it's not literally because they have low empathy or that they just don't care about human suffering. A lot of the time, it is just the fact that you don't know about it unless you're gone. Someone goes out of their way to tell you, or you find out about it. It's like there's so many issues in the world that go on, and you tell people about them, and they're genuinely surprised because they haven't heard about it before. And so I think even talking about it kind of helps. Because that's the thing is with malaria, is that as far as I know, a lot of cases of malaria can be cured just by... They can be cured by the medicine we currently have. It's fully curable. The only reason people die from it is because they don't have the money for it. And so, if you actually donate to, like, malaria charities, and they give that money to them, you're actually, like, directly saving lives. And there's a little calculator online. There's something called The Life You Can Save. I think that's the name of the website. And then you can actually put in an amount of money, and then they tell you how many people that amount of money would save. And they give you a number of, like, if you give past this certain amount of money, you will have saved, approximately, you will have saved one person. And it's interesting how direct that is. And I do think that's a thing more people should know about. Because I think a lot of people get very virtue signaling on, like, Twitter and stuff about, they're like, oh, why haven't you talked about this specific cause? And it's like, that's always seemed really silly and hypocritical to me, because it's like, okay, you weren't saying that when it came to, like, children dying of malaria. You weren't saying that when it came to, like, people dying of starvation. So why is this specific cause all of a sudden, like, the thing you're canceling people for not talking about? It's like, I could say the same for you. Why are you not talking about these other issues? I think everyone kind of picks their battles, right? Everyone picks the thing that they want to talk about. Or the thing that they want to, like, address, that they, like, matters to them. But I think it's always seemed really weird to me, because there's all sorts of other issues in the world that matter too. And so if you're going to go after someone for not talking about a specific issue, but they have talked about a different one, it's like, that's just kind of weird. Like, I've seen people go after, like, Markiplier for not talking about certain, like, big issues in the world, and I'm like, bro, Markiplier has raised so much money for so many different charities. How are you going at Markiplier for not talking about specific, specific causes, like specific political causes, specific, like, events going on in the world? Bro has literally raised so much money for all these different charities. He's done more than you, so, like, sure, you may be talking about that specific cause, but you haven't, like, you haven't talked about freaking people dying of starvation. You haven't raised money for all these other things. It's like, I can criticize you for that now. I hope that makes sense. I just find it's kind of, like, weird. Have you seen Birth of a Nation? I've not seen it. No. Let me see. Have I missed some messages? Right, anyway. Next one. Something you would die for. Fortnite porn. No name written. Salad. Salad. Was this you, Salad? Was it you? Alright, next one. Something you would die for. All of you guys, y'all have been so amazing and welcoming to me. I love it here, and I'm very glad to be part of this community. Without y'all, I wouldn't be doing nearly as well as I am now. Written by Unknown. Yeah. Well, we're glad to have you, Unknown. It's very great to have you. I very much appreciate everyone who watches my streams. I'm very happy with my current viewer base, which is really awesome because I always wanted to have like a nice chill community to be part of, and we've managed that, and that's great. I wonder who wrote that. Greatest mystery of our time. Golly. Yeah, it was an unknown person. It was an unknown person. Yeah, you'll never know. Didn't think you'd read mine so quickly. Thought I would have been driving by now. Yeah. Y'all are so nice, and I'm here talking about Fortnite porn. Yeah, Salad, what the hell? Everyone's being all sentimental, and you're the... But yeah, I remember, to be honest, in the beginning, whenever I started streaming, whenever I initially did streaming, and like the very... Yeah, like my goal was to have a community like this. That was like nice and chill, and where we all just sort of got along. And where people are cool and witty and fun. And, you know, that was my first initial goal, right? That was like... to me, that goal was a lot more important than like popularity. Like, popularity was like a second. What I wanted first and foremost was like a nice community. That was my goal, my main goal. And I did it, you know? And that's really cool to think about, because I used to not be sure. I was like, oh man, what if I end up with a fucking shit-ass community? What if I end up with like a bunch of crazy people? I mean, you guys are crazy, right? You guys are mentally ill, but like in like a good way. You know, like a cool, fun, sexy way. You know how like... like mentally ill goth girls are like hot. That's your guys' type of mentally ill. It's like the good kind, you know? It's the kind where like you're mentally ill, but like I low-key don't want to make you get better, because if you did, it would be less cool. So yeah, that's what I mean. So, like, I wouldn't want to like... You did it, Exhibit, we're all thankful for that. Yeah. We did it, we got it. Because a lot of the like earlier days of my YouTube channel, I didn't always like enjoy being around certain fans because they were kind of like weird and toxic, and so I didn't initially always feel at home in my community back then. So that's why I'm so glad about it now, that like it feels nice, because that was one of my biggest goals. I was like, I want a nice community, and so that's what we've got now, and I'm quite happy with it. You know, I got what I wanted in the end. What if I get the people that got banned from PewDiePie's chat for being too racist? That's not ever... No. That's not these guys, no. Nah. We're not. No, nobody here is racist. We have, okay, listen, we say some things sometimes that are a little bit off color, but we do it in good taste, alright? It's like, the only reason why I joke about the only reason I joke about Mexicans is because we have a Mexican here. I'm not doing things behind anyone's back. Only reason I joke about women is because we got women here, right? It's like, it's mutual. It's like, we joke about the people who are present. Alright? We're always... I mean, it was like that was what you feared. Ah, okay, that's what you meant. That makes more sense. We're a little edgy sometimes, but we do it in good taste. We do it in good taste. We're like, hey, what the fuck? Yeah, not true. Hello? What do you mean? Did people before us not accept your sister fantasies? They didn't know about it. They didn't know about it. The only reason you guys know about it is because on that first ever stream with Peachy, she, whenever she wasn't a VTuber yet, and we were on with Peachy and Thomas, Thomas was doing like the, oh, what's your hear me out? And we were all giving our hear me outs, and I was like, I can't think of like a person, but I can think of like a kink. And they're like, yeah, go for it. And I'm like, so... You know, I was really embarrassed about it. I was like, you know how there's a lot of stuff on Pornhub about like stepsisters. They make that because of me. They're making that because of me. I'm the one who asked them to do that personally. I sent them an email. I was like, guys, wouldn't it be cool if you actually like if you have family members doing it with each other? I think that would make it even better, you know. And then they started doing it because I have a lot of influence and power. So that's actually how that started, and they were like, wow. And so that's why everyone knows about it now. It's because like, it's because I announced it on stream that one time. It was not hear me out, it was we listen and we don't judge. Yeah, he said that, but like he meant it in terms of like he was leaning more towards like the idea of hear me outs, right? He meant more like, oh, what's a character you like? But then we kind of transitioned more to like it being more broad, if I remember correctly. But yeah. But yeah, that is the wording he used. Sister fucker tendencies are because of me, guys. Canon. Yeah. But yeah, that's like, and ever since that stream happened, I just started being more public about it, because like everyone knows already. I was like, okay, well if everyone knows, I might as well. And now I don't shut up about it, because like, it's funny, I guess. It's not even like my strongest kink, to be honest. It's not even, it's just funny. It's funny to keep bringing up. If you mute it, incest porn is just regular porn. Don't know who, but someone said that. That takes away the fun part, though, you know? But yeah, basically. Yeah, like that, if not for that stream, I would have never started being public about that. And so now I'm like, that's why we're here. What's the strongest kink? I'm not telling you guys. I gotta wait for the next We Listen and We Don't Judge stream, and then... Alright. I need to catch up on these messages. Salad said some insane things behind the scenes, like y'all would not like them if you heard. Spider doesn't do it in good taste, he calls me slurs all the time. Damn. Let's talk about your racist dreams, Spider got racist dreams? Those do not represent me as a person, and also that was you being racist in the dream, buddy. Exhibit Spider had a dream where I said a slur, tell me Spider isn't racist. I don't know, Sal, that makes it seem like you're the one who's racist, because, like, if you were racist in the dream, that's you being racist. Like, you might not have done it in real life, but, like, it still counts, because, like, it's it was still a version of you. So I think you need to, like, apologize. Not my fault you're so racist that it even appears in my dreams. Yeah, I mean, that seems like what's going on. Everyone that has incest kinks needs to have siblings that will cure you. That's just it. I literally don't have siblings. Guys, Spider is slandering me. This is gonna be the last stream I attend. Oh, man. The next question, though, what is your strongest kink? Not telling. Not telling. Sorry. Not telling. Secret. Secret. Oh man, now we've got... They're annoying AF, but a stepbrother kink I don't mind. Yeah, there's a lot of people who are like not comfortable with like doing blood related as a kink, but they're more comfortable with like step siblings, which is why it's on... Which is why it's the more popular tag on Pornhub. It's because a lot of people are in this like mid-zone where they're not comfortable with like the real thing. But they're like, I could do it with someone who wasn't really my sibling. Like, that's an idea that doesn't, like, put me off too much. Even then, they wouldn't necessarily actually do it. It's like... It's just like a... At least at that point, they're not imagining that it's someone in their actual family, so then it's, like, less weird. But I don't have siblings at all, so I don't need it to be step. I can have it be blood-related. Blood-related is better. That's the... I ain't no coward. I'm a real man. None of that incest stuff for me, because I have step-siblings and siblings. Like, nah. No, the step stuff is just because the real stuff would be illegal. It's not illegal to make, fictional porn involving blood-related siblings. Which is why we were able to watch all sorts of, like, hentai with like, blood-related siblings. So it's not actually for legal reasons. Like, as long as it's not... As long as they're not siblings in real life, it's fine. But then if it's, you know... If they're just actors and they're, like, pretending to be siblings, then that doesn't get them in trouble. Otherwise, all the frickin' hentai would be taken down because there's so much frickin' incest hentai. A hot older stepbrother. Yeah, I think that's something a lot of people would get behind. Exhibit's gonna find out he has a twin separated at birth and immediately delete his channel at the thought of her finding out about his kink. Listen. Having a thing for it when it comes to, like, fiction and... Liking something in fiction doesn't mean you actually like it in real life, okay? So it's not guaranteed to be weird. That being said, I would not complain if I found out I had a twin sister, you know? Let me, what, you know... That's what, you know, like, you know. He'd flirt with her, wouldn't he? I don't jump to conclusions. Don't, maybe I just be happy to see someone, a new family member, you know, we could catch up on things, talk about life. That's Japan. That's Japan, though. Japan has no laws or morals when it comes to sex. The international community had to put some hard pressure before they outlawed production of CP in 1999. Yeah, I did hear about that. That's pretty... But... I mean, it's not... Yeah, it's not illegal here, though, either. The frickin', like, blood-related incest porn, that's not illegal here. Or... I say here, I'm in the UK, but I mean in the US and the UK. So... But... There's plenty of other things that are illegal. Maybe I'm your lost twin sister? Do you want to be? Is that what you're hoping for? Because, I mean, if that turns out to be the case, I mean, we could catch up, you know? Except I'm your long lost sibling. I'm visiting your house today to finally meet our parents. Be ready to delete this channel, you sick fuck. Nah, I'm not deleting this channel. Yeah, Graham is just like... ... But yeah. Yes, Sarah, all I can say is, if you are my sister, you know, we can... I'm up for a family reunion. That's all I'm saying. It's funny though, in some U.S. states, incest traces through your wife, so her mom would be off limits to you. I mean, that's not actually... I mean, that's not... That's... I wouldn't say that counts as incest, so that's... I guess that's a little weird, but I mean, it makes sense, because, like, also... It's like, it makes sense that they'd make that. Well, does it? It's... I don't know. I don't think it counts, but, like, I'm not gonna complain about that being a law. I mean, you probably shouldn't be doing that anyway. I mean, if you're married to someone, maybe don't go for your romantic partner's mom. That's... Exhibit, I'm outside, let me in. I want to eat beans on toast. Well, damn, so you are British. I thought you weren't my sibling for a second, but then you said beans on toast, so, like, that must mean you're, like... Oh, gosh. Yeah. You really are from the UK. I guess I gotta believe you. We literally can't go a stream without talking about incest. I love it. God fucking damn it. Yeah, basically. Literally. Damn, it's so rare for me to catch A's stream. Deadass, it's 4 AM here. Yeah, you came back at a really interesting time, Lone Wolf. I don't know how long it's been since you've been around, but I don't know if last time you were around I was having discussions like this, because I've definitely gotten weirder since the older days. But yeah. Salad's been British this whole time? No, Salad might do a knife crime. Alright, next one. Something you'd die for. I'd die for the Exhibit A feet reveal. Salad, is this you? Salad. All these fake Latinxes. Yeah, damn. Why are they trying to appropriate the Latinx culture? Who needs normalcy when you have Exhibit A? It's Exhibit A's favorite kink. I joined in when you were getting philosophical. Oh, really? Okay. Now I'm talking about incest. Okay. Well, hopefully that doesn't put you off too much, but... That spider, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm getting slandered. I don't know, Salad. I don't know, Salad. Alright, next one. Something you would die for. My partner. I would die for him if it meant being able to have the best life ever. Yeah. He means the world to me. We started planning our life together, even though we live in separate countries. Me living in the UK and him living in Canada. I would die for him just sacrificed my life for his life. Written by Zana. Yeah, very fair. I think for a lot of us, you know, the person we're dating or going to marry or whatever is the most important person in the world to us. And I think that's how it would be for me too. I think that whoever I'm dating would be the most important person in the world. You know, because like that is your soulmate, that is your partner for life. So I think that's very fair. Canada mentioned? Wait, when? When was Canada mentioned? I have the memory of a goldfish, so if I mentioned Canada, I forget already. Oh, right, it was in the message that I just read out. Okay, it was, yeah, hang on. Alright. Yeah, okay. Me living in the UK and him living in Canada. That is pretty far. Good luck with that. You're gonna need to get your plane ticket's gonna be pretty darn expensive. I can tell you that. But it's doable. And I would encourage you to work hard at it, because it will happen. It will happen. Gotta believe. Anything's possible. You're gonna have a great life together. So don't give up. It will work out. You're gonna be able to go over, and it's all gonna be super cool. I wouldn't die for a partner. I don't want him to get another woman after I died for him. Real. I guess that's a concern I didn't think about, but like, I mean... Off topic, what's your kind of soup? Oh, I do enjoy tomato soup a lot, but I haven't had that in a long time. Tomato soup is delicious. More often than not, nowadays, I have chicken soup. Because it's pretty easy. So I have chicken. I consume chicken soup the most, but my favorite in terms of the taste is probably tomato soup. I like onion soup. I see. I'd die for my partner if I had one. Where? Real. How's that off topic? I mean, it's not like we were talking about soup already. The 17-hour flight to visit each other? That must be rough, yeah. Alright. Next one. Something you would die for. Armin Arlert backshots. Then 100 emoji, 100 emoji, 100 emoji. Written by Spider Guy. Fair enough. Listen. Armin Arlert? He looks pretty girly. He's not a girl, but like... Bro, could have fooled me. Could have fooled me. I don't know, man. Put him in a dress? I don't think I'm gonna be able to tell the difference, okay? I don't know. I don't think I can... Yeah. You know? Give me that twink. Yeah. If you haven't tried it, you ought to. What, fucking Armin Arlert? No, I'm kidding. I know what you mean. Best soup in the world. Encebolado. I hope I pronounced that right. I don't know if I did. Encebolado. Is that how it is? Chicken noodle soup with a soda on the side. Oh my god, I haven't had noodle soup in so long. I want to eat some ramen. I'd love that. At like a proper ramen place. Then I haven't even had like instant ramen in so long. That was pretty tasty stuff, but I haven't had that in ages. And, not interested in femboy backshots. I feel like I'm the one who would be giving the backshots, but you know what? We can try both. We can try both. We can try both. Why not, you know? I want ramen, date bayo. Never had ramen, like, ever. I should try some. Date bane. Next one. Something you would die for. To be somebody's mistress for a whole month. To teach them a good lesson in obedience. Written by Zana. What? Is this why you handcuffed me, Zana? Is this why you handcuffed me for several days? You were trying to teach me obedience? Listening to Exhibit doing chores is actually so productive, what the fuck? Hell yeah! With the power of Exhibit, you can do anything. You know how in, like, Christianity they tell you with the power of God, you can do anything. Through all things are possible through Christ, you know? That's me. That's like with me. It's like I'm like Jesus. Yeah. So, yeah. I'm glad that I could help you. Yeah. Alright. Understandable, valid, yeah. Yeah, freaking Zana, freaking... I think you said, you guys, for those of you who were in that other stream, you saw her, like, tell me that she was gonna handcuff me for exposing that she has cock or whatever. And then... she also sent me a DM with the gif of me being in the frickin' being cuffed to like the wall or like cuffed to something. And then a couple days later she released me because I was like on good behavior or something. She wants it for a whole month though. That'd be a lot longer than what happened. Exhibit is like Jesus if Jesus was a Chinese twink. Exactly. Instead of, you know, Jesus went around being like, all things are possible through me. You must follow the Father. I would do that, except I would be like, 杀生好生活，现在我有冰淇淋. And then everyone would write books about me and stuff. I mean, bad boys and girls need to be punished. That is true. That is true. I will handcuff you any day again to teach more obedience if I have to. I'll have to look out for that then. Dear, dear. I better be careful. Alright. Next one. Something you would die for. I'd die and kill for ice cream, written by Sarah. Ice cream. After all the dramatic answers we've gotten, we get ice cream. I mean, fair enough. Like, you don't need to die for that. You can, like, You can buy it for like a couple dollars. But maybe you don't have a couple dollars. Maybe you're poor. And then you have to die to get ice cream. How sad. It's a rough life out here. You know? Capitalism, making people die for ice cream. Ice cream's pretty good? It is pretty good. I scream, you scream, we all scream, 'cause I'm in the house. What, I forgot the lyrics. Anyway. Next one. Something you would die for. Defending my right to choose what I want for myself in my own life. Learned that the hard way. Written by Sarah. Fair enough, and that is really important. You need to... You do need to stand up for yourself. You know, that... A lot of us get given to, like, pressure from other people telling us how to live our lives and, like, listening to other people who think they know what will make us happy or what's best for us, but then they don't. And we actually know what we want, but then we keep not doing it because we don't want to go against other people's desires or expectations, especially from, like, people like parents or even just friends. Sometimes friends can be really overbearing. You know, all that stuff. But then at the end of the day, you have to realize that, sure, in the short term, it's gonna suck having to fight off people and stand up for yourself, because then they might push back and, like, be mad at you. But then, in the long term, things will be so much better for you. Because you'll be free, and you'll be the kind of person you want to be, and you'll actually be happy, and you'll be the kind of... You'll live life the way that you want to. But then on the other hand, if you don't stand up for yourself, and you keep living that way for the rest of your life, the way that you don't want to live, because other people are pressuring you into it, in the short term, things will be easy, because you don't need to have that fight. But in the long term, things are going to suck. Because you're going to be stuck as a slave to people's expectations, and a slave to the way that you've been living, however that might be. And you'll never get to have that freedom. And so, you need to think of it as this. It's not that you're doing something difficult. That's the wrong way to think about it. You're not choosing to do something difficult. You are choosing to make life less difficult. That's the correct way to think about it. Because we often think about it in terms of, like, I'm making my life more difficult. Oh, I'm doing this, everything's going to suck. And it's like, and they're going to argue, and it's going to be a big fight with the people who are trying to control me. And it's like, the decision you're making is the decision to make your life easier. Because it'll be easier in the long run and harder in the short term. That's how you should actually think about it. You're making a decision to make your life easier. And it's hard to see it that way because our brain thinks more about the short term than the long term. It's like, it prioritizes the short term pain over, like, long term pain. But you need to shift your way of thinking and think of it like where you value both equally. And so you can see that the short term pain is very small, but the long term pain is actually going to be very drawn out over a long period of time. And so when you think about it that way, it's very clear what the logical thing to do is. And it can be very hard to see it that way, but that's the perspective you need to see these things through if you want to live your best life. And in the end, even if people are against you now, there's a good chance that they'll accept you in the end. There's a chance that they'll just be mad at you for not letting them control you, and that you might lose them completely in, like, extreme situations. But if it's someone close, like a family member, or, like, someone close to you that, like, really would hold on to you, chances are what will happen is there'll be a period of, like, combativeness and difficulty. But once you're past that, things will improve again. Eventually, they'll learn to accept it. They'll fight it for a little while. They'll be in denial. They'll be all sorts of whatever. But then eventually they'll get over it after a lot of tussling. You might even need to block them for a while. You might even need to just cut off communication if they won't leave you alone. If they keep trying to control you, you know. You might need to give them an ultimatum and be like, I'm not going to talk to you if you keep trying to control me. If you do that long enough, then they might eventually come around. And then they'll come back and now they'll respect you because they know that that's the only way to maintain a relationship with you, and then things will be better. You know, I am kind of talking about in terms of like controlling parents, I suppose, because that's what comes to mind in my life. But this applies to like anyone, I guess. Although in the case of friends, you could argue that you should just drop them instead of trying to like have them come around. But that's the general principle. Hope that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, the brain isn't all that smart. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like our brain sort of tricks us into being scared of the short-term issues, when in reality it's going to be better for us in the long term. And it's like our brain tricks us into experiencing more pain instead of less pain. You know, our brains are kind of broken that way. It's like you kind of need to get over that incorrect instinct. Because the way our brains are designed is to help us survive in the wild, right? That's the way our brains are designed. And so that's why we care so much more about short-term pain. It's because if you're surviving in the wild, short-term pain is very important. Because if you don't deal with short-term pain, you might die. But we don't live in the wild anymore. And so the rules are different, and the way to survive in a civilized society is way different from how to survive in the wild. Alright, Peachy. See you around. See you in 15 minutes. Alright, yeah, so the brain does work in mysterious ways. I mean, you can chalk it up to, like, evolution, right? So a lot of people are like, well, you know, isn't evolution supposed to, you know, make us develop in a way that's good for us? So why are we evolved to have all these mechanisms that are really bad for us? The answer to that is that we were evolved for a very specific way. We were evolved to survive in the wild. We were evolved for survival, for staying alive. We were not evolved for thriving in a society. And so that's why we have so many issues with depression, so many issues with pain, chronic pain, all sorts of that stuff. Nature and evolution does not care if you are happy. It only cares that you stay alive. And so, if keeping you alive means causing you immense, horrific pain, then that's what it'll do. Then, of course, sometimes you die anyway, so it's like, what's the point? You just experience lots of pain and then you die. And that's because nature is very cruel. It only cares about you surviving long enough to pass on your genes. That's the way we evolve. And that's where unnecessary pain comes from, is because the way nature designed things, it's not trying to make us live happy lives, it's just trying to help us pass on our genes. You know? And so, that's why we have issues like, you know, prioritizing short-term pain over long-term pain. When you live in a civilized society, among people, where you have things like work, where you have things like where you need to work hard on things to get those gains, long-term pain is the thing we should prioritize. Because our bodies are evolved to help us survive in the wild, it's making us prioritize short-term pain, because in the wild you need to prioritize short-term pain to avoid immediate threats. So that's the way our brain is oriented. And so maximizing your life and making your life better is basically about switching from the wilderness mentality to a sort of higher kind of civilization mentality. And there's a lot of instincts that we need to work to change in order to make that happen. Including our, you know, how we interact with people socially. Stuff like that. We have a very conformist society where people are desperate to, like, fit in and will throw away our own values, ignore blatant contradictions in mainstream logic, deny reality for the sake of being accepted by people around us. That's the wilderness instinct. But if you want to be the best version of yourself and be the most happy, You need to overcome the wilderness mentality and be different. Be rational. Prioritize rationality over your base instincts that are telling you to just conform, to just be comfortable, to just accept what feels nice, because it means that you won't lose anything. But you know, it's complicated, so there's only so much I can really say on it. Doesn't even care if you live or die, it cares that you have kids. Yeah. But you know, L for nature, L for Mother Nature, we got birth control now, so... Yeah, we've kind of... I don't know, we've kind of... How'd I put it? I don't want to say overcome nature, because that's not true. Nature gets us all in the end, because we all die. But compared to any other species, it's like we've kind of gotten ourselves out of the circle of life to some degree. Not completely, but we've broken the chain more than any other species, you know? We've kind of gotten rid of natural selection to a big degree. Part of what makes us evolve is that the weak people die, and then that's how we change over the years, and then the bad genes are, you know, leave the gene pool and whatever. We've gotten rid of that. Natural selection doesn't really apply to us anymore, because we're the very first species to actually win against Mother Nature in some ways. We're the very first species to win a battle against Mother Nature. And you know, Mother Nature is still winning the war at the end of the day. But I think it's impressive that we are the first species to make that bitch bleed. Because that's what we're doing. You know? And you know, we can do a lot more. We can develop better medicine, better technology, to the point where maybe someday we'll even develop immortality. You know, that would be something. I know not everyone here would like that, and there'd probably be issues. It'd probably get monopolized by like rich people or someone. So that'd be a problem. But in theory, there's more to be done to overcome the limitations that nature has put on us. I love that explanation so much. Number one philosopher, for real, for real. Yeah. Glad you liked that, yeah. Kanashimi wo Yasashi-sa ni. Is that the name of the music that was on, or something? Okay. Something you would die for. To punch and kick my ex's face. Written by Sarah. Fair enough. A lot of people hate their exes. I almost, so many of the people that I know have like lots of exes, and they freaking hate them. And I think that's a testament to how hard good relationships are. Like, based off of that, it's pretty easy to say that like the majority of relationships go badly. Which sucks, because then finding one that works for you is all the more of a challenge. It's even worse for people who haven't even been in their first relationship yet, because it's like, well, once they do, you know, that's not it. You gotta have, you'd have more, you need to make it work. And then the chances of it working are questionable, because there's such a high chance of them being a bad person, or you just having an incompatibility. Or maybe you're the bad person and you don't find that out till later. Humans are just difficult. We're inherently difficult. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try, because you miss out on so much of the human experience if you give up on those kinds of connections. It's important to keep pursuing it if that's something you actually want. Because that's where a lot of the most beautiful things in life come from. So it's painful and difficult, but it's a worthwhile pain. It's something that everyone should aim for. There was a freaking manipulator that forced me to be with him knowing I didn't love him. Really? What? Forced you to be with him? It's really bad. Oh, jeez. It's worse than I thought. I just assumed that they were, like... they were unpleasant. Isn't that, like... Huh. I personally never experienced that, but don't want to try it. You mean you don't want to try, like, being in a relationship? I would say... it's complicated. Yeah, I don't know. Everyone has their own way to be happy in life. I think there are some people who don't need a relationship. But I don't think that number of people is necessarily very high. He knew my mom was forcing me to stay with him and use that to his advantage. Your mom was forcing you to stay with him? That's fucked up. Parents shouldn't even be involved with that kind of stuff to begin with, to be honest. Like, they shouldn't be involved in, like, your relationship decisions. But she was forcing you to stay with him. That's really bad. That's, like, abusive. On, like, your mom's part, too. I guess I can see what you mean now, because you wrote before about how you know, had to learn to do what you want in your life and stuff, and I guess this is part of what you were alluding to. Like, I guess you have, like, really controlling parents and stuff. And, you know, I get that. I can relate to that. Although, for me, it's not... I don't think it's as bad as it is for you, because you're describing something that I probably wouldn't experience. The worst part is, everyone thought I was crazy because he is handsome, loyal, and perfect in everyone's eyes. Yeah, a lot of people don't see what goes on in the background. They just see the... how pretty and handsome he is. Because people are very looks-oriented. And if he's just nice to other people, they might never know. At least from my point of view nowadays, I do like some alone time. Mm-hmm. Okay. Got a few more here. Something you would die for. Bernice White Body Pillow. I'm desperate. I need her to be real. I'm so normal and definitely not a gooner. Trust. I wonder who wrote this, guys. There's no name. It was written by an unknown person. Funny. I've made that joke for like the 15th time. Comedy genius. Yeah, but thank God I got to break up with him now. My mom wanted us to get married. I'd have died before letting that happen. Yeah, that's really messed up, that your parents were forcing you to, like, date someone and get married to someone that you didn't even love. That's really bad. Yeah, I'm actually, like, really against, like, the idea of arranged marriages. Although I should say forced marriage, because I guess there are some kinds of arranged marriages that are, like, consensual, that people agree to. They're like, oh, I want you to match me with someone. Or some people are like, oh, you know, I'll let my parents decide because it's, like, their culture or whatever. And, you know, they still get the final say. But, like, I'm very against forced marriage. I think it's barbaric. Because I think you should get to choose who you marry. I think that's a very personal thing. You should marry someone you love. And you shouldn't be forced to be with someone you don't want to be with. Then also, even if it's, like, just, like, you can argue that there's some kinds of arranged marriage that are fine because they're consensual, but I still have concerns about that. Because, just because they have agreed to it that doesn't mean that they didn't agree to it under, like, bad pretenses. So, maybe it's the case that there's, like, a very strong social pressure to do it, and that's why they're doing it. Or maybe it's the case that, their parents would be really disappointed in them if they didn't go along with the arranged marriage. Or maybe that they've already selected them from, like, a young age, so they're like, oh, I don't want to back out of this now and make things really difficult. I don't think that's okay either. Like, technically they can, like, say no, but then they might receive pushback. They might be all sorts of whatever, pressure or whatever. I don't think that's okay. You know? And I don't care if that's the, like, Western individualist mindset in me talking. I don't care. I think that's fucking terrible. You know, I just think marriage is a very individual thing. Something you decide on. Well, maybe I shouldn't say marriage is a really individual thing. It's kind of the opposite. It's the opposite of an individual thing. But you should not... No one should be making that decision for you. I'm just freaking 19 and they wanted me getting married with that guy. Yeah, that's really weird. That's really weird. Your mom sounds really concerning. That's really bad. I hope that you don't face more, like, trouble from them in future. I very much hate parents that abuse their power. That's a horrible thing. Because, like, you know, whenever your child is a child, you know, they have no control over their life. They can only do what you allow them to do. You're their everything, you know? They rely on you. And if you abuse that and, like, make their life horrible, that's, like, really bad, because then who else can they turn to? You know, there's, like, they're stuck with you. They have no freedom. They just have to go with what you want. So if you fuck that up, you know, that's their existence. That's not fair to them. And then whenever they get older and they become an adult, you know, there's still ways that parents can abuse their power in that situation, because you still have that control over them. Maybe they still live with you. Maybe you have all these, like, connections with each other. I think that's really bad. I'm glad my mom's not like that. I feel bad for people who live with bad parents. Yeah, it's really bad. She's slowly changing, though. She's a young mom. She's on her late 30s. We're working on our relationship. Well, that's good. It's good that you were able to stand up and, like, not go with what she wanted, because that would have been hell for you. Yeah, marriage is a two-individual thing. No outside parties should be able to change or force anything with that. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, next one. Something you would die for. Probably silly, but I would probably die for my dogs. From where I'm from, the government catch stray dogs on the street despite being owned by a resident. They would bring the caught dogs in a dog pound, which is poorly managed, and the people there are abusers. Some dogs never got to leave. Years ago, my mom's dog, Kuki, usually goes out alone to socialize and or do his business and then comes back home. He's an Aspen, or Asong Pinoy, aka Philippine dog, known for being an independent and loving dog. We loved... I'm not sure if it's Kuki or Cookie, because it's like Cookie, but with a K at the beginning, so I'm not sure what the correct is. My core memory with him when I was a child, he would playfully follow me around the house, and I would laugh when I see him. One morning, one of the men from the dog impound started to catch the stray dogs. Cookie was scared and was about to head home when the men caught him. My mom panicked and tried to tell the men that Cookie is not a stray dog and is literally running home. These men ignored my mom and took off. We couldn't pick up Cookie without my dad, so Cookie stayed there for 3 days before my mom picked him up. He stayed there for 3 days. He was beaten so much he was limping and crying. Sadly, he passed away within the day he was picked up. He was beaten so much from the dog impound that he had internal bleeding. I really hated the people from the dog impound after what they did to Cookie. They're so brutal to dogs and cats, especially towards Aspen dogs. It's been an issue where Aspens are often discriminated and abused because they're not a foreign breed. We thought that might be the reason why they beat Kuki. Just thinking about what happened to Kuki could happen to my dogs, like, really makes me cry. I imagine if that happened to my dogs right now, I would literally beat the shit out of them or worse. So yeah, I would die for my dogs. I love them too much. Don't worry, my family and friends in the list of something are in the list of something I would die for. My dogs just hold a special place in my heart. Written by Ira. Yeah, okay, that's a really messed up story. Jeez, I didn't know that... Is that legal for them? Yeah, that's really messed up, because, like... They're only supposed to be doing that to, like... Okay, here's the thing, right? Because even if they were only doing that to stray dogs, that would still be really bad. Because you're not supposed to abuse animals. And I don't know if the... I'm guessing you live in the Philippines, because that's what you mentioned. The dog being from. So maybe the laws there are, like, more lax or something. But regardless, like... They shouldn't even be doing that to stray dogs, because, you know, you shouldn't be inflicting that kind of pain and torment on, like, an innocent creature. But then on top of that, like, they were actually going beyond what they were supposed to be. They were doing this to dogs that actually belong to people, when they're only supposed to be catching stray dogs. Like, that's really... It's really fucked up, because... Like, if you just own a dog and you live there, you kind of have to be scared of, like, random people stealing your dog, and then they can do horrible things to your dog, and there's nothing you can do about it, and that's just completely illegal. That must be really bad. Because, like, I'd be really pissed in that situation. If I had a dog. And then they could just take the dog whenever they want. So that's some serious, like, fucking incompetence on their part for, like, not having a system to, like, know if the dogs are stray or not. And, like, if someone comes up and says, you know, that's my dog, they should give them back, you know. You shouldn't have to fight so hard for that. But yeah, But no, I get it. I don't think it's stupid to be willing to die for your dog. Because, I mean, they're important to you. And at the end of the day, it's still a living creature that you care about. And you form a strong bond with it. It's not like it's just like a toy, right? It's not like it's like a teddy or an object, right? Like, this is a living creature that you care for. Oftentimes you might care for more than a lot of, like, people in your life, because it's a living creature that you form a bond with, so of course you're going to care about that pretty strongly. I don't know if I'm late, but I'd die for 3 winning lanes. Bro, you sound like Dantes right now, Pat. But yes, welcome to the stream. Alright, let's see how many things I missed. Did we do mine yet? Toy, we did do yours. Yes, welcome back, Peachy. Welcome. What did I come back to? We're freaking... Someone told a sad story about their dog that was, like, wrongfully caught by, like, people who are supposed to catch stray dogs, and then it got, like, basically abused to death. I die for my pets too. I think there's a lot of people who'd feel that way. I'm just gonna be lurking because I'm gonna clean my bathroom now. Yeah. You can use the exhibit energy to help you clean your bathroom. You're gonna get so much done. Milk exhibit is unhinged out of context. What were you and Peachy doing in her bathroom? Oi, were you in the bathroom with Peachy? What the hell? You should have invited me. Oh yes, be clear, I die saving an animal too, really? Even one that you, like, don't know. I guess you're just very, like, selfless. Oh my god, I feel bad now. Real story about their dog. Yeah, you came in. Meanwhile, I care about plus 20 LP. Yeah, you came in at quite a time. It was, crazy. Yeah, even when I don't know. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't think it's a bad trait, though. I think a lot of people actually care more about animals than people, because they, like, see them as more innocent. Because, it's kind of hard to apply the idea of, like, good and evil to animals, so we're like, but, you know. That's a whole different thing. Alright, next one. Something you would die for. Free. You would die for free. No name written. You don't want to know something, guys? I'm so surprised that I haven't seen more fucking suicide posts here. When I wrote the question of what's something you would die for, I thought there'd be so many people being like, ah, I wouldn't need a reason to die. I would just kill myself, bro. I thought there'd be like a whole bunch of freaking posts like that, but like this is the first one I've seen. So good job, guys. Good job on restraining yourselves from making the suicide jokes. I'm very proud of you. I love animals as much as I love eating them. Like, there's a fucked up thing to say after the freaking, like, sad stories, but, like... No, I mean... I make those suicidal jokes, sad face. I mean, I don't... Sorry, your fan base is all doomers. But you see, that's why I'm so surprised. That's why I'm so surprised, because, like... That's the first one I'm seeing, we're near the end. You guys haven't been making suicide jokes, what the heck? Have I... Is it because of me? Have I improved everyone's spirits? Have I just made everyone so happy? Have I cured everyone's, like, suicidalness? Man. I've truly changed people's lives. Truly. We've all, yeah. At least I don't eat cats and dogs, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't eat cats or dogs. It would just feel weird. Like, there's no moral reasons I wouldn't, right? It's not like I think it would be wrong to eat a cat or a dog. It would just feel weird. Like, I'm used to viewing that as like an animal that you don't eat. Yeah. Make me want to live exhibit? Thank you, Sarah! I'm very happy to hear that. Exhibit, you're giving me reasons to live. To be honest, I don't think I could handle my current reality without this Discord community. I'm very happy to hear that, Toy. Yeah. I'm happy that I can make a difference in people's lives. There's an extremely racist joke to be said, and I'm sorry. No, I know what you're gonna say, Salad. I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna be like, oh, Exhibit, it's surprising that you wouldn't eat cats or dogs, considering that you're Chinese. That's what you're gonna say, right? Fucking racist. Holy crap. So racist, man. I would never be racist on stream. I've never done that before, ever. I've never said a racist joke. That's wrong. You shouldn't say racist jokes. That's bad. And it harms groups of people. And you should be so ashamed. I would never make an offensive joke. Because that's offensive. Yeah. Okay, but you're racist to Latinkses, so it's mutual. I would never. When have I ever done that? Give me a specific quote. Can you give me a specific quote? I bet you can't. I mean, who's preparing it? Is it someone experienced with cooking cat? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I hear the Japanese have this dish called katsu curry, right? I guess I must be cat. It's got the name cat in it. Alright. I like how you didn't even make the joke solid, I just immediately knew. I was like, ah. Yes, you are racist towards us Latinkses. I've never done that. I've never done that. That reminds me of this story where the girl's family got banned from PetSmart because they would eat the hamsters there? They'd buy the hamsters to eat? What? Why did they do that? Why would you... Wouldn't that be more expensive? Like, why not just go to the fucking, like, meat market? Those are supposed to be people's pets. Hey vegans, I'm eating a grilled cheese sandwich with leftover filling from my stuffed mushrooms that have mock crab and shrimp in it. Joking around, but I am eating that sandwich, lol. Yeah. I hope you enjoy your sandwich. It's pork chops, I think? Katsu cut. Yeah, I was making a joke. They're pets. Yeah, what the frick, bro? So why would you want to eat a hamster, bro? Why would you want to do that? Wouldn't it be so funny if I did like a collab with like that vegan teacher and we played Minecraft together and like the whole idea is that, oh, we're supposed to play Minecraft but we have to be like not killing animals, but then I secretly behind her back make like the most horrific harm farm ever with like a whole bunch of cows trapped in like this little cage or something, and then she sees it and she like flips out. I feel like that'd be so funny. Because she would flip out, even though it's just a game. That's definitely something she would do. God, I don't even like pork. I can't imagine eating hamsters. Oh man, I remember that conversation. Have I talked about this before? I don't... Hamsters are legit food, now you're being racist to people from Peru? They eat fucking hamsters? What? They eat hamsters? No, bro. Have you had a dream that yeah. So you're terrible. Do it. That would be so funny. It's common to eat that? Really? What? Bro. Well, you know, to each their own, I guess. Or should I say, to eat their own. Mm-hmm. Daniel, what the fuck? In my country, they eat guinea pigs. I can't judge people for what they eat. Yeah, I mean, I don't... Listen, I don't actually judge them. It's just kind of shocking. It's like, bro, what? You eat the hamsters? Because I eat cow head, cow tongue, pig intestines. Yeah, I mean... A lot of the stuff that we eat, we only consider normal because, like, we have it every day. It's, like, normalized. I feel like the idea of eating, like, pig intestines is a pretty wild concept. Yeah. Yeah, what's everyone's favorite type of meat, huh? Eat cow tongue. I feel weird eating a cow tongue, I think. But yeah, I'm definitely a big fan of meat. I like to eat meat. I eat a lot of it. I eat a lot more of it than the average person. So I don't think vegans would like me very much. Pig intestines is sausage casing. Yeah, exactly. So that's like, we consider it normal, but like, if you describe that to someone who's never eaten that before, they'd be like, what the fuck, you eat pig intestines? Exhibit, you already know what kind of meat I like eating? Oh yeah, I know all too well, Peachy. I know all too well. Yeah, all I can say is, guys, Peachy is definitely not a vegan in the bedroom. Either goes in world tour like I show speed and has to eat Latin American food. I love my meat, put it in my mouth. Okay, if you say so. If you say so. I will be doing that. Yeah, she eats fish because she's a cat, unfortunately. Caucus meat I love to eat, it's so juicy. Okay, now we're not... You didn't even try to make an innuendo of that, you just fucking said it. Oh my god. Am I fucking... My chat really is becoming like Moxie's now, isn't it? I'm taking too much inspiration from the guy. I'm not even... Am I taking inspiration from him? Maybe, I don't know. So we need to come to Ecuador and try encebolado. Yeah, that's the... Was that the soup you mentioned, or was that something else? I think it was the soup, wasn't it? Yeah, okay. Sorry, it might be my fault, Exhibit. Yeah, but you know, I bring the simp energy. Exhibit, tone down your freak. Listen, Salad. You've said far freakier things than me, like, constantly. you been working on ASMR projects lately? Yes, but at a very freaking slow pace. So The Vampire Apprentice is nearing completion. The next 2 episodes, which I want to finish both of them before, or the script. I've nearly finished writing both scripts, and that's maybe the most, like, time-consuming part. Because, like, the 2 episodes come right after another, and it's, like, same sort of story. I'm not a freak, bro. What the fuck? It's, yeah, like, Sal, like, you aren't freaking constantly simping for, like, characters and, like, talking about how horny you are. And, like, all that, you know. What can I say? I have bad influences in my life. That's why I'm like this. You know? You guys actually made me this way. I was, you know... You guys, like... You guys did this. Totally. Yeah, it's true, Tess. You're probably more innocent than a lot of the others here, but you have a little bit of a freaky side. Sometimes. You're starting to get a little more bold with it, I'm noticing, so maybe that's my fault. I'm badly influencing you. I would never be down bad and simp, Exhibit A. Please don't check my search history. Never. You would never be simp. You'd never simp. You'd especially never simp for hot anime girls with blonde hair and big boobs. Exhibit blaming the brown people, like, oh, okay. Sure, blame the minorities. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Alright. I'm more freaky here than with my boyfriend. Bro. Maybe when I feel a little demonic. Yeah. Your character's a demon, or one of your characters was a demon, wasn't it? I'm down baddest? Yeah, you've always been down bad, toy. But your down battery is always welcome here. God forbid a they them goes into heat when they see Reiner Braun. Yeah, I mean Reiner Braun is Reiner Braun can get Reiner on, if you know what I mean. Half demon. Alright, alright. Yeah. Half shadow demon, half human. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by hot, big titty, blonde women exhibit. I've never heard those words before. I see. Yeah. Totally. I believe you, of course. When I see Reiner Braun, I get my heart on. Sorry. See, you're proving my point. You freaky as hell, Salad. You freaky as hell. I'm innocent. I'm untouched by this horny environment. Are you sure about that, Sarah? Maybe I need to try a little harder then. Maybe I need to corrupt you. Yeah, you're very believable unknown for sure. Maybe in Mude, but Daniel doesn't even Mude. You know Mude? You need a Mude. I haven't actually done Mude in a long time. I haven't, like, rolled. Wait, so it's saying the teenager's freaky? Wait, which is the teenager? The frick? Oh wait, you mean yourself, because you're technically like 19. I was worried for a sec there. Yeah, oh no, Salad is a teen! Look, I'm so horrible and evil. I want you to try the hardest you can, Exhibit. That's a challenge, huh? I'll see what I can do. Dude, you should do a tier chart of some of us female friends. You mean you want me to, like, do a tier list of all of you guys? No, that'd be kind of mean. I shouldn't be ranking people. Salad is a Latina. I see. Guys, I'm throwing a birthday party in the Exhibit A server. Biob, RSVP type shit. I don't know what those words mean. Birthday party. Is it actually... No, I'm assuming not. Alright, well... I have one more entry to look at here. No, us Latinx are hot, it's in our blood. Yeah. Got them... You got them freaking... big booty Latinas. I like Latinas, Sonic. BYOB, bring your own beer. Ah, okay. Ranking my chatters. Salad is F tier. They suck. Only person in F tier, by the way. Yeah, it'd be so mean for me to do a tier list, because, like, people are gonna feel bad if they're, like, not high up, obviously. And, like, it's not good to compare people. But, like, yeah, it'd be funny if I just intentionally be an asshole in it. For International Women's Day, I did do my top 10 women. You remember that, right? Top 10 women. So that's kind of close. Alright. Oh, there's two more now, so an added one. Okay, let's look at the next one. Something you would die for. Women, men, I just want to be stepped on. No name written. Real. Real. Sometimes we just want someone strong to take control. You know? Sometimes we just want... Sometimes we just want, you know? What can I say? Sometimes you just want. I hate the big booty Latina thing. I'm built like a fucking ice cream cone. I have no ass. I'm jealous. Yeah, based. Yeah. Well, listen. I'm a man, and I have legs and shoes and feet. I wanted to avoid saying feet because then that puts the emphasis on the wrong thing. I don't want it to be about that. I am capable of stepping, is what I should say. So, you know, food for thought. Food for thought. I'm cursed with a big ass. I don't know, maybe it's not a curse. Step mommy? More like step on me mommy. Yeah. I have no ass, my boyfriend slaps my stomach because it's the only thing that jiggles. Joke, joke, Lamau. Yeah, for a second I was like, oh wait, is that a joke or not? Like, I figured it was probably a joke. Because it sounds like you're referencing something. What is it with people liking feet? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not into it, but like, people can... I think there's actually scientific reasons why it's a common thing. Something to do with like the nerves and the feet being like similar to like pleasure centers in other areas or something like I don't know, but like I have nothing against people liking it. I think it is valid to like what you want to like. If it's, you know, but I'm not into it. I somehow rebounded the stream by like an hour. By accident. I'm also cursed with the dumpy. Pants shopping is impossible. I need to wear more skirts. I don't know, as I don't think it's a curse, Peachy. I think maybe. You know what they say, you know? You know what they say. One woman's curse is another man's blessing. You know? In fairness, I think that line can be applied to a lot of different things that aren't positive. Yeah, who's into feet? Salad? Do you have something to tell the class? We don't judge here. Dude, I had a BF online who comments about my ass and it got so weird about it. Damn. I may not have a big ass, but my front part makes up for it. I'm into making money, so if anyone wants to send pics, I can sell. DM me. I can respect the grind. I wish I had a fatter ass, but my legs are really strong, so my lack of ass is very prominent. I like eyes. Eyes are pretty. Do you have an eye fetish? Are you like one of those people who like... Ever seen that anime? No, that like manga panel of like that guy licking someone's eye? Is that what you're into? That was in like an actual doujin. I'm surprised that's like a thing. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. People learn everything, but like... Hey, I don't like feet. Eyes emoji. Not an eye fetish, bakayaro. Yeah. I believe you. For now. I like a guy's eye. Would you, Salad? I have no fetishes. Really? None at all? You're just like totally vanilla? Just want like a happy, wholesome marriage? I mean, it kind of makes sense, I guess. Considering what I know. I mean, I don't have an ass either. I'm very vanilla. This is quite the place to be if you're vanilla, but... You know, at least you are becoming freakier, so I mean... Same, I just want a hot, older man. A lot of people do. Well, hey, I'm not exactly older, but... I don't know, I mean... I finished cleaning my bathroom. Woo, the power of freak compels me. Yes! Good job, Peachy! You did it! I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. You know what that makes you? You know what that makes you? It makes you a good girl. Good girl. You did it. You cleaned the bathroom. That's what we like to see. I want a rich older man so I can inherit his wealth. Yeah, fair. Why don't people just say fetish if they're into feet? Yeah, very clever. Good girl. Yeah, I'm a good trad wife, ladies. Any takes? I need to clean the kitchen today. You should have been cleaning while the stream was going. I might have boosted you with the power of exhibit. But my stream's gonna be ending soon, so that might not be doable. Alright, I'm gonna move on to... Okay, the people have added a few more. Something you would die for, to stop being Latinx. What? Has my racism gone too far? Have I made people regret... Nah, listen. You don't need to stop being a Latinx. If you're a Latinx, then you're a Latinx. You should be proud of what you are. You don't need to stop. You don't need to stop just because some fuck-ass VTuber is being racist, okay? You can be what you want to be. I want to be white now. I had to take my mom to an appointment and I had a big sandwich. Yeah, I'm not very vegan sandwich to boot. Very little of what I eat in a day is like acceptable on like a vegan diet. It's like so much like meat and like animal products. The only like stuff that would be vegan friendly would be like bread and rice, and like that's it. Being Latinx is the best? Yeah, being Latinx is the best. You be proud of what you are. No one should be ashamed for the way that they are born. Racism is bad. Don't do it. Thank you for attending this very important message. I do love pasta too. Oh yeah, I used to eat that a bit more. But right now I'm back on a keto diet, so I'm basically eating only meat again. So I am the opposite of a vegan right now, literally. Like some poor vegan out there has given up meat so that they can like save the animals, and I'm here making up for their I'm here compensating. So thanks to me, a vegan out there is doing it for no reason. How terrible. You shouldn't do racism. Exactly. Don't do racism. Racism isn't cool. You should be like me. I am not racist. I think that everyone is equal. Everyone is equal to each other. We're all equal. We're all worth the same. Even Latinxes. Mm-hmm. Butter is keto friendly, by the way. Yes, I am aware, and yeah. Oh god. There's not a lot of things. You can, yeah. Okay, you guys are gonna find this kind of weird, but, sometimes I've eaten butter on its own. Yeah, anyway. Freaking Peachy knows all about that, and she's, like, so disgusted by it. She's like, what the fuck? But, like, because butter is allowed on a keto diet, if I'm like, oh, I ate a meal, but I could use a little bit more food, like, I'll just eat a little bit of butter. But, like, some people would consider that weird. Deep fried butter? Nah, just butter. No, Peachy, you're telling them about the lard. Listen, I stopped with the lard, okay? Because I didn't actually like it. I was like, eh. It does not work. I never finished that. I never finished that lard I bought at all. Deep fried butter. I've never had that. I have no idea if, I mean, people seem to find it disgusting. Or maybe it's just Tess. But I don't know if it's considered good or bad or whatever. Exhibit, it's not nice to be racist with us Latinxes. I'll forgive you, send me money. Okay, that does sound like a good idea, but I have a better idea, okay? I have a better idea. So, what if, just bear with me. What if you... Okay. What if I give you money so that you can forgive me, right? And then you give me money so that I can forgive myself. And then everything is cool. And then you give me another extra money so that everything can be cool. And then I have $10. Yeah. Art of the deal. The negotiator. That is me. Exhibit judging people for eating hamsters, but he's eating lard. Yeah, he's eating it's not. It's two different things. It's two different things. Eating lard and eating hamsters are weird in two different ways, okay? And I didn't keep eating the lard. I only did that once. People who eat hamsters, they do it every day. They love to crush those poor, cute little creatures and, like, chomp them in their mouth. Well, that's not a good deal. I'm telling you guys, he's a sick and twisted individual. You have to learn to forgive yourself by on your own. Okay, well, okay, how about this? I'll forgive myself on my own, and then you don't need to give me any money. Does that sound good? And then both of us just have the same amount of money. I can excuse incest, racism, and sexism, but I draw the line at lard. Yeah, apparently. You can excuse racism. Lol, Pichu. That's Pichu Angelicu. But yeah, that's the new deal. I want to read the next one. This one's the last one right now. Something you would die for. Being corrupted by exhibit. Written by S. ... I wonder. Well, yeah, whose name here begins with S? Salad! What do you salad, you want me to do that, Salad? Are you sure? If you insist. He's telling you to give me the money? No, I don't think that's a good deal. No, I think it was Sarah. I know, I'm kidding. I know it was Sarah. I just thought it'd be funny. He's so racist, guys. Oh, no, wait, that's not why I got them confused. Well, not confused. That's not why I did that. I just thought it would be funny if I said the wrong person. Because I'm pretty sure everyone knows it's Sarah. Being corrupted. Well, listen. If you keep coming by these streams, it's only a matter of time. And, what can I say? I'm pretty good at corrupting people. Let's see how long you can survive. And it begins with a letter, and S is a letter. Okay. You're right, it was me. I'll pretend it didn't hurt. I was just kidding. I was joking. I don't know. Nah, I did the racism. Is it racist to mix Latinxes? You owe me more money now? No. No money. Listen, I'll corrupt you, but I'm not giving money. Not doing it. Not doing it. Exhibit is a jokesy jokester. Yeah, I'm a Jonathan Joestar for real. Alright, it would appear that's all the responses, guys. So. Doesn't he want to pay for my forgiveness? I don't. He's the cheapest sugar daddy to exist. Oh my god, ladies, run. I never claimed to be a sugar daddy. Or did I? I might have claimed to be that. I think maybe I claimed to be that on stream at one point. Anyway. Listen. I don't want to be used for my money, okay? I want people to value me for my personality. That's who I am. I want to be... I don't want to have to buy over the hearts of hussies. That's not what I do. As a real... I'll be a lone wolf if I have to be. You know? What do I have to do for you to give me money then? I don't know, rob me? Can't even afford the pig and cow curse. No one's gonna get that fucking joke. Or unless you've said that joke on stream whenever I'm not around. Bend over. That's called prostitution. I've adored Exhibit even though he's poor and refuses to take my money. Actually, I think I'm going to be opening up Ko-Fi again soon. Now, I'd really like to have, like, donations open on the YouTube channel itself. But I'm not eligible for it yet. It opens up way sooner on the... I can be your sugar mommy because I actually have money to... It's okay, Exhibit, I like you even if you're poor. Gee, thanks. Putting the pro in prostitution. I could probably make anyone bend over. Could you now, Zana? Could you? Could you? Peachy's a super great mommy. Hello, everyone. Hello, Utopia. Unfortunately, a stream is going to end pretty soon, but I'm glad you made it in. Yeah, I run an organ harvesting ring, so I'm rich. That's true. But yeah, we're wrapping up, but I can hear out some final words before I go, or any final discussion topics. I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. Practice safe sex. Yeah, I was trying to think of how to make a joke like that as well. I was kind of thinking it, but then I was like, nah, I don't know. Alright. Well. Thank you all for coming here, lovely people. It's been a good time. Talked about some very cool-based things. I'll forgive you if you sign a contract with me. What kind of contract? What kind of contract? Yeah, no problem. Yeah, thank you all for being... It's been, you know... It's definitely an interesting topic. What you know? It is what happens here in this world. We have things that we fight for, things we want to die for. We got some good answers. And so that will be the end. And so without further ado, I will see you in the next stream. Bye-bye.